A grave new warning today about a warming world. The United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change says chances of preventing the worst effects are fading. The group says net carbon emissions must drop drastically by 2030, and it says that will take unprecedented action. William Brangham will have a full report later in the program. A new hurricane is taking aim at the Florida Panhandle. The storm, dubbed Michael, moved past western Cuba today, headed into the Gulf of Mexico and toward landfall by midweek. Forecasters say it could become a major hurricane with winds topping 110 miles an hour. The governors of Florida and Alabama have declared emergencies. Climate change figured in today's announcement of the Nobel Prize in Economics. Yale professor William Nordhaus won for his work on climate in economic modeling, including a proposed carbon tax. Paul Romer of New York University was honored for his research into technological innovation. President Trump is predicting the battle over Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh will spur Democrats to vote Republican in the midterm elections. Kavanaugh won Senate confirmation on Saturday. Today, the president said sexual assault allegations against his nominee were, quote, a hoax. He followed up in Orlando, Florida.
Brought about by people that are evil. And he toughed it out. We all toughed it out together. And I have to thank the Republican senators that fought so hard for this, because it wasn't easy.
Later, Mr. Trump returned to the White House for a ceremonial swearing-in of Kavanaugh. The official swearing-in was Saturday night. The president says he does not plan to fire Rod Rosenstein, the Deputy Attorney General. His fate had appeared in doubt after a news report that he talked of recording Mr. Trump or of using the Constitution to try to remove him from office. But Rosenstein denied saying those things. Today, he flew on Air Force One to the president's event in Orlando, Florida. Mr. Trump said they had a very good talk. In Indonesia, the official death toll has reached nearly 2,000 in last month's earthquake and tsunami, with up to 5,000 people still missing. Excavators in the ravaged city of Palu continue digging in buried neighborhoods. Officials say the deadline to stop searching is Thursday, but that could be extended. Brazil is headed for a presidential runoff after a far-right candidate nearly won outright in Sunday's first round. Jair Bolsonaro is a former army captain and now lawmaker. He finished far ahead of leftist candidate Fernando Haddad, a former mayor of Sao Paulo. Brazil has been roiled by corruption, crime, and a crumbling economy. On Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 39 points to close at 26,486. The Nasdaq fell 52 points, and the S&P 500 slipped 1 point. And former President George W. Bush's daughter Barbara was married on Sunday at the family compound in Kennebunkport, Maine. Her father walked her down the aisle as her grandfather, former President George H.W. Bush, looked on. She and her new husband, Craig Coyne, will live in New York. Still to come on the NewsHour, a new climate report forecasts a dangerous future unless action is taken. The disappearance of a Washington Post journalist, the next steps in working with North Korea to secure a nuclear deal, and much more.